her so much. I used to go to her house and we swim together. Tosyn was such a very nice person. She was my best friend. I love her so much. I'll never forget her. Rest in peace and Tosyn in heaven.
And I saw it on the internet. Only 37 people had achieved in the history, the whole history. But guess what? You've achieved it in our hearts and deserve many more awards. You are way too unique for these awards anyway. Where would be the award for how funny you were, how cute you were, how creative you were? Funny enough, before I wrote this speech, I was like, I'm gonna break down. And today I was like, when am I gonna break down? During the speech. And then later on I was like, okay, can I do it with a smile? So let me go on. BOML, you are a true beauty. In and out would be an understatement to describe your beauty. Area boss, I fell in love with you listening to your shows. I was a fan of yours. It helped me understand you. What is your traffic situation? What's the weather like in your area? What's disco like in your area? Some simple questions that actually had a deep meaning. It meant you had love for people. It meant you always wanted to listen to people, genuinely cared for them, and were able to impact each and every human being you met. Even my family. In spite of the language barrier. Punk, oh my, you are such an annoyingly lovely person. Who will tell me, don't annoy you, Husbando? Now, but me, I want to annoy you. Who's going to tell me, Bele Shokbo? No. I don't want to hear. Who am I going to pretend I listen to the long gists of... Okay, fine. I actually enjoyed listening to all these gists. Who will I call to get your attention as 5 of your phones are off and you won't pick the last one? Contradiction. You are one. On and off stage. Strong but fragile. Hesitant but determined. Confident but not confident. Explosive but simple. Sophisticated but natural. Beautiful but different. Small but tall, or at least 1 centimeter taller than Funke. Leader but follower. Modern but conservative. Messy but organized. Hardworking but lazy. I could go on for days. And although we all knew you, there was still so much we didn't know about you, and we never do. You were special in many ways and accepted the difference to create something great out of it. You accepted me with my differences, my goods and bads. I learned a lot from you and about me thanks to you, and this will guide me for all my life. Now that you are no more on this planet, a lot of questions come to our minds, and we don't have all the answers. But I guess if we could hashtag Ask Tosyn, you would have answers available for us. And if we don't have the answers, if we don't know the answers, why don't we ask you? And if we don't know what to say, we say like you. Peace, love, and... And if we don't know what to eat and don't want to, we eat like you. Peace, love, and... And if we don't know were to drink and don't want to, we drink like you. And if we don't know what to tell our friends, we tell them Tosyn lived, bigger than life, older than death. And if we don't know what to tell our kids, we tell them this is just another Tosyn's game. And if we don't know if we should shed our tears, we let them go, for you will accept them in your ocean of love. And if we don't know what happened, we remember that you had a great life, better than many. And if we don't know how to dance and don't want to, well, let's try not to see you as a role model on everything, okay? People used to wonder if you were the one writing for me. Well, I guess not. But you are such a great material to write about. You are my wife, and will be till my end. I've loved you. I love you. And we love you till my end. As you are saying in your song, until I am here today, gone tomorrow. Your wife, Tomari.
Pretty much like an hour, and one of the things she said to me was, "Mimi, you're always so, you know how to hold yourself together no matter what you're feeling." Tosyn, I'm not holding myself together. I don't know. This is hard, but I just want to say that we should learn from her life. Pursue your passions, do the things you love, be kinder to people, as she said, be kinder. She was always so nice. And I don't know how she found the time to touch so many people's hearts, but I feel like her life is a lesson to all of us. I was looking at our group chats. It was always lit, by the way. And she loved voice notes. She would send voice notes all the time, and would send voice notes back. And I would definitely save those voice notes and have them for life. That's pretty much all I have to say. I had to reach out to someone who used to work at Top Radio so that I could get this recording. I don't know if it will work, but I remember driving very early in the morning and hearing this. I don't know if you heard that. We'll miss you, Tosyn.
My name is Natasha. I've known Tosyn since university. We were friends. We've been industry friends. But 2 years ago, something happened. Debola Williams threw a dinner in honor of someone that was around, and we were all there together in usual fashion. And in the way where we always say in Lagos, let's catch up, let's do lunch, let's have coffee, blah, blah, blah. And I went to Tosyn and I said, Tosyn, I don't see you anymore. I'm not even sure that I have your number. I only see you when I see you, and I don't feel right about it. And we went to lunch. And in that moment, she came to my house. From there, we went to the restaurant, and we reconnected in a way that we had never connected before. And I got to know who Tosyn Bucknor was. And from that moment, Tosyn became one of my best friends. I want to just thank her for everything that she's done, for all the lives that she touched, even though she didn't know it. She wasn't without fears, she wasn't without her own moments, but even then she would always put others before herself. Give up on my business, I wanted to give up on my platform, on my blog. So many close friends of mine didn't even know how I felt. And Tosyn picked up the phone one day and she called me and she said, why aren't you posting anymore? I don't see you post on your Instagram. I'm not seeing you doing anything. What is going on? And I said, Tosyn, I don't care about anything anymore. I'm indifferent. You can even have it if you want. And she said, no, I'm going to do this. Give me your passwords. I gave Tosyn all my social media passwords. And she said to me, I'm going to post on your Instagram every single day until you come back to your senses. I didn't come back to my senses for 4 months. Every single day, for those of you who understand what I'm saying, Tosyn Bucknor was going into about that curvy life every day and posting 3-4 posts a day. She would call me, she would show me images and say, is this what you like? Do you like this and do you like that? In all of my life, in this industry, amongst friends, nobody has ever reached out and touched me in that way. And I would be amiss if I didn't say this out loud to everyone, that she made such a huge impact on my life and so many others. She opened herself and allowed me to be her friend, and I'm grateful for her friendship. Sister Funke, I'm so grateful for her friendship. Aurelian, thank you people so much. Tosyn, thank you so much. The lesson here, I believe, is there is good in everyone, and we all need to open up our hearts and look at each other and really look and connect. And Tosyn had that way of really looking and really connecting, and that is why there are so many people in this room that are so diverse and come from different walks of life, and we are all
had this major fight. She's always saying that she's taller than me. We always had that fight. But majorly what connected us all these years was the fact that we had so much in common. We're very crazy, we love to dance, we love to laugh. We had so much in common, and one thing I loved about Tosyn was that she was never biased. Every moment and opportunity she had to support gospel music especially, she would do everything she can to actually put it on all her platforms. And I was one of her major favorites from day one. And that's why down the line in 2011, she actually made me the headlining artist for One Mic Niger in 2011, and so many other things over the years. But one major moment I can never forget was a few months ago, we were together at an event. And that day, Tosyn never left me. She didn't allow me to leave her side. She just said, Nikki, you are sitting down with me today because I missed her wedding, I was not in the country. And she wanted to tell me everything all about her husband, how they met and everything. We were at that event together so much that when she was going home, she said, Nikki, you walk me to the car. I walked her to the car that day, but I didn't know that was the last time I was going to see her. She actually didn't let me leave till she drove away that day. But I just thank God for the amazing woman that Tosyn has been. She has been a major influencer. She has taught me and reminded me once again that Nikki, be all that God has called you to be. Everything, be the singer, be the actress, be the dancer, be everything that God has called you to be. And I just thank God for her life. But one major thing that also happened yesterday was I actually had a dream, and I saw her yesterday. And one thing about her that I even saw in my dream was she was laughing, and she looked so young and like a baby, and she was just laughing naively, and she winked at me. And I just knew that was God's way of saying, Nikki, she's safe with me. Tosyn, we love you so much, and we'll miss you always. God bless you.
I met Tosyn while I was trying to ask her sister's hand in marriage, and she gave me loads of secrets and told me how Funke used to be the one that used to cook for the entire street. I was the first person to cut Tosyn's dreads. And Tosyn at the point, because we were both Man U fans, I found out her secret that Tosyn never watched a match live. She watched it on Twitter. I'm in Old Trafford and Tosyn's telling me what's happening. And I'm like, but Tosyn, I'm here now. She said, I'm seeing it more than you because I'm watching it until I found out it was not true. I'd like to say 3 quick things about what I've learned since Tosyn passed. 1, I've always heard this word called agidi when you do gra-gra. Taking Tosyn from the hospital to the mortuary made me realize that if you think you are stubborn and evil and wicked, go to the mortuary, you will see that there is nothing in this life. And like I always say to all my friends, what did they use Wahala to? Wahala not they pay NEPA bill, Wahala not they pay school fees, Wahala not they put food for table. So if you know that you are a strong man or woman and your hobby is to hate people, try and go to a mortuary, you know that hate does not exist. Secondly, we claim to love people. Social media, well, I'm not on social media. Social media has made you people think you are living a life. Mbano, I say it every day. Social media is for people like Ali Baba. Social media is for people like my wife. That is where their business are. But if you work for somebody and you're on social media, you're a mumu. ensure you bond with the little time you have here on earth. I, Ali Baba, Mommy Mary, James Ajaro, Funke, and a few of us, every Sunday we are together. I mean every Sunday. That is when we gossip each other. That is what bonding is. We are in a WhatsApp group, but we forget that group on Sundays and we come to stay together. I'll end with what Paul said in 2 Timothy 4 verse 9. Paul recounted how many people claim to know him, how many people claim to work with him. But in verse 16, he said that when it was time for him to face the people, he stood alone and that he was praying that God will not use it against them. I beg you today, if you have close friends and relatives that you think you're close with, ensure you spend quality time together. It is not enough to form a WhatsApp group and be saying what's up there or happy birthday and saying lovely prayers. Spend time with these people. You never know when that your phone call can make the person not to do what he was about to do. You never know when visiting this person will make sure that he or she doesn't do what she intends to do. I beg you, I do it a lot, so I beg you. Thank you for coming. We're strong in Christ. Thank you and God bless you.
Good evening. I miss Auntie Tosyn very much. She was very nice to me. We used to play together. I used to go to her house and play with her. And she sometimes wouldn't allow me watch TV like when I wanted to. But like, we're still okay. We shall rest in peace. Amen.
Auntie Tosyn was a disciplinarian. That's why. All right. So thank you, everyone. I had my speech. Well, I don't know. I just want to say it's I think one of maybe my saddest days was that day, right? And especially because, I mean, growing up, we're just two children, right? Two siblings. And we've just always been close. Tosyn was maybe kind of quirky. Maybe the weird one. I used to think she was weird. You know, but she was just who she was. She was contradiction. So she was many things. You know, Tosyn was someone that would speak Yoruba so fluently and come and write English so well. Meanwhile, the Yoruba, I couldn't speak properly. The English was not my, I was like, why is this girl like this? She was brilliant. She was very smart. She was very smart. I remember growing up, Tosyn would read and she would just pass her exams. I would be reading, crying, It was just always weird, but she was also one of the strongest people I knew. She used to say that I was strong, but I used to tell her that she was strong because Tosyn would be in pain, the kind of pain that the threshold for anybody, me, you can't give me an injection, I'm already crying and running up and down. Tosyn could take 24 injections in a day and she would not even, it would be nothing to her. She was that strong. So I used to tell her that, Tosyn, you are strong. Me, I'm not strong. Me, I'm just, my own is just blah. You are the strong one. Like I said to all my friends, I said, who's going to help me edit my posts, curate my content on Instagram? Tosyn will say, Funke, that thing you posted, delete it. It's not good. You don't talk like that. The social media never forgets. I say, yeah, this girl, okay, no problem, I'll go and delete it. She had my passwords, she used to edit my posts for me. She used to do many things for me. So I'm like, hey, how will I do my, even now I'm like, I can't even post, what do I post? We were very close. We used to share secrets. Tosyn, you had to learn how to keep a secret. Everybody has talked about her tonight. Everybody has talked about how she was amazing, kind. I used to think to myself, I'm like, what time did she have to do all this for everybody? Everybody's saying this. I'm like, and she was like in her own shell. But I just realized that Tosyn was very determined to live life. She lived it very strongly, very well. And she cared about the ones she loved. She really cared about them. like as my husband said, I think one of the things that I, took away, or I was maybe made me happy at the same time, was also that people actually do care. But sometimes maybe we don't really know how to show it, or we don't show it sometimes, or we don't show it well enough. So what I just want to say is that as much as possible, let's just really be there for each other. Care, show it, tell each other we love you. Let's say it, let's not hide, do you understand? Let's not hide behind the trolls. Let's not be worried about what people will say or do. Let's just be kind. I think that's one of the things that I learned from her. She was kind. She was kind. She was kind. So, I've lost, my best friend, really, because I was like chatting with her, I chat with her, voice notes, calling, all kinds, and we're here tonight to celebrate her. In fact, the outpour of love, I must say, the outpour of love. I said to her, I was talking to her because I was like, Tosyn, come and see you. Look at the outpour of love. People loved you. I didn't know this. In fact, my mom said to me, Funke, you are just an event planner. You are not popular. Look at my daughter. My daughter was popular. People loved her. For me, I was like, what? What's going on here? But that was it. She was special. She was special. She touched so many lives and impacted so many lives through radio, music, acting, everything. And she did whatever she wanted to do. So I love her, miss her. We'll be fine. We'll be okay, right? We'll be good. We'll be good. I'll be posting more. Just know that it's me posting. I'm the one editing my post. If I make a mistake, please correct me. She used to correct me, so you're just...